Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a classic Gotham tale that shows just how far one man will go to protect his city, even when no one else is looking. This isn't your typical rooftop chase or supervillain showdown, but a gritty, undercover mission that really puts Bruce Wayne to the test. So, buckle up, because we're heading into a mystery that starts right on the streets of Gotham. It's another beautiful, well, as beautiful as Gotham gets. Day, and we find Bruce Wayne doing something truly admirable. He's not just signing checks. He's hands-on, volunteering at the Duck Street rescue mission. A place he also generously supports. The priest there, a good man, thanks Bruce for his help, but his face is etched with worry. He mentions a disturbing trend. People are disappearing. Mostly the homeless folks who frequent the soup kitchen, but even one of his dedicated volunteers has vanished. The police, bless their hearts, haven't shown much interest. The disappearance of society's most vulnerable rarely makes it to the top of their priority list. It's a sad reality, but one that Bruce Wayne is about to confront head-on. That night, Bruce transforms, not into the Caped Crusader, not yet. This transformation is far more subtle, and perhaps even more dangerous. He sheds the tailored suits for shabby, worn-out clothes, dons a rough beard, and adopts a new persona. Gaff Morgan, an old vagrant. He even trades in the Batmobile for a beat-up, low-end car, driving it discreetly to the old Bowery Wharf, aiming to blend in, to become invisible. Gaff Morgan scours the city's forgotten corners, the slums, the shadows where no one usually looks. He's trying to find a lead, to understand why these people are vanishing. It doesn't take long. In a dimly lit alley, a couple of thugs approach Gaff, offering him a job. Bruce, ever the master of disguise, plays along. But his instincts are sharp. He senses trouble, and he's ready. A brief, brutal skirmish erupts, and Gaff, despite his ragged appearance, quickly disarms and disables both attackers. He's got them incapacitated. But Hust SS, taking a moment, watching a stray cat slink along a fence, a third thug, the one he didn't see, strikes from behind. A blackjack to the head, and Gaff Morgan goes down, consciousness fading into darkness. He wakes up to a harsh reality, chained to a cot in a remote shack, miles from anywhere, deep in the scorching desert. Two rough-looking men, Dan Riley and Salvo Smith, are there. They ask his name, but Gaff, playing the part, feigns memory loss. I don't know, he mumbles. The next morning, as they head for breakfast, the camp's intimidating boss, Biggest, makes his presence felt. He bellows, demanding they get to work, threatening them, saying they'll all end up like him. He points to a terrified man, who is then cruelly shoved into a small metal box, designed to magnify the desert's brutal heat. Gaff's immediate instinct is to save him, but Riley, seeing the futility and danger, holds him back. This place is not what it seems. Biking Gotham Alfred is wondering where Bruce could be. It's unusual for him to be gone without a trace, and the meticulous butler begins to worry. Meanwhile, Gaff is toiling away in the mine, a living hell under the desert sun. He talks to Riley and Smith, trying to piece together the puzzle. He still claims amnesia, but listens intently as his newfound friends share their stories. Riley, ever the optimist, tells him to hang on to hope. Both Riley and Smith confirmed they were snatched from the docks area. Smith was unemployed, but Riley, a steam fitter at the Gotham Navy Yard and a volunteer at the very same Dock Street rescue mission, clearly remembers being kidnapped. Something clicks in Gaff's mind. A flicker of recognition. Riley then mentions he has a family, a motivation that resonates deeply with Bruce. The conversation is cut short by a deafening rumble. A coven. These are common occurrences, grim reminders of the mine's dangerous and unstable conditions. Alfred's concern for Bruce grows. People are calling, asking for Mr. Wayne. But Alfred simply tells them to call back another day, his focus elsewhere. He checks the garage, and sure enough, Bruce's old Studebaker is gone. Alfred, ever resourceful, activates its tracking device, pinpointing its location to the Bowery, one of Gotham's lowest income sections. The pieces slowly start to connect. Elsewhere, Gaff finds himself in a bizarre, disorienting hall of funhouse mirrors. He stares at his distorted reflection, then hears a chilling laugh. In one of the mirrors, the image of Bruce Wayne appears, laughing hysterically. Gaff is confused, but the image quickly morphs into the Joker, who then seems to physically pull him out of the building. Suddenly, Bruce is wandering through the slums, generously handing out cash to the homeless, only to be overwhelmed by a mob begging for handouts. Gaff wakes up in a cold sweat, the dream vivid, the memory of the Dock Street rescue mission burning in his mind. Back in the mine, work resumes. Smith, fed up with Bigus's hypocrisy, blowing raspberries at the boss after being called lazy scum, makes a fatal mistake. As punishment, Bigus senses Smith to the agonizing heat of the box. But Gaff and Riley won't let it happen. They intervene, fighting valiantly, but they are soon overwhelmed. Bigus, in a fit of rage, has them both thrown into the boxers. Alfred, meanwhile, has found Bruce's car, abandoned in a junkyard. He retrieves the tracking device and, observing two thugs getting into a truck, plants the device on their vehicle. He hopes they'll lead him to Bruce. Out in the desert, Gaff and Riley endure the brutal heat of the metal boxers. Time crawls, and Riley begins to lose his mind, crying out about his lost family. This raw agony, this deep sense of loss, triggers something profound in Gaff. Memories flood back. Martha, Thomas Wayne, his parents. He remembers who he is. Bruce Wayne. Batman. He shouts to Riley, "We'll escape." And with a surge of newfound strength and determination, he breaks his way out of the box. Bruce, now fully himself, flees the mine. Pursued by Begis's guards, he races towards Box Canyon, a place believed to be a dead end. But Bruce Wayne doesn't do dead. He begins to climb, scaling the sheer rock face. Above him, the familiar silhouette of the Batwing slices through the sky, piloted by Alfred's onboard computer. Following the tracker, despite the computer's warnings about the dangers of Box Canyon, Alfred overrides it, ordering the Batwing to land. Bruce, reaching the top, meets his loyal friend. Shortly after, the mine guards arrive, terrified, babbling about a giant bat. Batman makes his dramatic presence known, attacking, disabling the guards with practiced ease. Bigus, desperate, offers $1,000 to anyone who can kill Batman. In the darkness of the mine, Batman moves like a shadow, effortlessly evading and disabling the remaining guards. Bigus tries to escape, but Batman is right on his heels. During the chase, Bigus trips, dropping his oil lamp onto crates filled with explosives. Batman shoves Bigus onto a water flume, diving into the river after him as the mine explodes in a fiery inferno. Both fall into a nearby lake, where Batman apprehends Bigus. Viking Gotham Don Riley is joyfully reunited with his family. In a heartwarming gesture, he offers his home to Salvo Smith and Bruce. Bruce, however, politely declines, before revealing his true identity to his astonished friends. "If you're looking for work," he says, a subtle smile playing on his lips, "I think I can help." Bruce then heads home, leaving a bewildered Salvo Smith to half-joke, "Maybe I can get amnesia and wake up a millionaire, too." What an incredible journey. This story truly shows the unwavering commitment Bruce Wayne has to justice, even for those society often forgets. It's a powerful reminder that heroes aren't just about the flashy costumes, but about the heart and dedication to doing what's right. If you enjoyed this dive into Batman's undercover world, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stories from the DC Universe. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.